Hi guys, it's Braylon and welcome back to my channel. So this is me a few days after I filmed this video and I want to apologize in advance. I think that a lot of what I talk about is really good information and I am not going to record it again. But when I first made this clip, I was going to add it to a vlog, but that vlog was way too long. So I decided to add it here and make it its own video because I feel like talking about the planner that I've started to create might help some of you guys. So because of that, the video just kind of jumps in. It just kind of starts with me explaining this planner and then flipping through some of the pages. So I want to give you some information first. The first thing is that I sometimes go between using like a disc bound system or just using like a binder or a 3-hole punch. It's really honestly up to you. The second thing I want to say is that if you've not watched my video about planners and special ed planners and how you can make them for free or for very cheap, or you can go all the way to the expensive ones, then please check out that video. It will be linked below and I will put a little card right here for you to check that out. Third is that I already put a lot of these pieces together, but I printed it at Staples. And you're probably like, whoa, why? But I didn't get to say it in this video, but I wanted it to be thicker paper. I wanted it to be printed really well. And for that reason, I decided that I would do it at Staples. And it cost me about $10 or $15 to get it printed really nicely. And honestly, it was so worth it to me. The last thing I want to say and emphasize is that especially if you're a new teacher or even if you've been teaching for a long time, just pretend I'm like your mentor trying to tell you what not to do. I think that buying a big expensive planner can be so fun and exciting. I mean, right here I have, I've had this all year, so I'm not going to throw away my Erin Condren if I've had it. I want to use it up. But I have a big planner right here and it's my personal planner and I've had it all year, and there's something really exciting about getting a new planner with fresh paper. But when you're in special ed, you're going to need a bunch of additional pages anyway. You're going to be in charge of staff. You're going to be in charge of like many different grade levels, many different kids' needs. You're going to have so many other moving parts that a basic planner that you would buy it might not cut it. It might for you, but I've yet to see it really work effectively. I say all of that just to say that it might be worth it for you to look up some really cheap or free type of lesson planning templates. I've talked about this so many times on my channel. It's like I'm a broken record, but honestly, take a look at some free options. Take a look at some of the recommendations that I've given in previous videos and down in the description box for really cheap lesson planning pages. And maybe try to take the summer and print some of them off and hole punch them yourself. Test it out. Just test it out. Make a couple different lesson plans. Maybe plan your first week. Go to TPT and find a cool, free read aloud or a free lesson and kind of plan that out. Go take a look at all the free tasks and the other free resources and try those out too. And then after you've seen it for a couple weeks and then decide if you want to buy one of those expensive planners. They'll still be there. They'll still be available. And I know it's exciting to have something new for the school year, but I'm telling you right now, you might not use it. So I hope that clears some things up. I'm gonna switch now to the original video, and like I said, it's just gonna jump right in, but I think flipping through the pages and me explaining some of the pieces of how I plan might help you guys. Okay, I want to talk about my planner, which I've talked about planning pages on here before, and in my TPT store I have like lesson planning pages because those are what I tend to use almost exclusively, and so I do have those in here, but I also have a mix of other ones. Last year I purchased Teach, Create, Motivate's planner, so all of this together has made it look really cool. Now, all right, so this is kind of what it's looking like. I propped you up. I don't think I'm gonna put it down on the floor because it just takes more effort for me with this camera. So this is kind of the front of it. And then this is the page, the beginning page from Teach, Create, Motivate. So I decided to put my name, oops, there's my name, and then the year. I want to make sure I cover the page that has my my school's calendar on it, because then it says the school that I'm in. I bought the base of this, including the cover, is actually from the Martha Stewart line at Staples, and I'm definitely going to change the cover. Maybe I might put something else on the front, but you can really put anything. But I just needed it for now. And one thing that the notebook came with was this front page of like who it belongs to, and it has like a personal page and then a holidays page. And so I kept some of those things. Okay, here we go. Let me skip. There's my school calendar that I'm going to skip. You don't want to know the name. I already had this. It just fits in it. So the first part is plans. And this is also from Teach, Create, Motivate. Hi, it's Bray. Okay, here you are. I'm looking at you for a second. So my plan for this is I'll go month to month. And you'll see that I'm going to use so many different planning pages, and you're probably going to be like, what the heck are you doing? But in special ed, it's like so important. And so I'm going to kind of explain them to you, but I only have 2 months worth. No, I take that back. I think I only have 2 weeks worth printed, but that's just because that's all I really need for now. And I wasn't going to like waste time printing more until I know that this is for sure 100% going to work with my new staff, because I've never worked with them before. So keep that in mind. Okay, so here's the plan. So I have the month of August. I made this page because it was just easier. And the way Teach, Create, Motivate has it is the month you can either do a Sunday through Saturday or a Monday through Friday. And because this is just for my classroom, I'm doing Monday through Friday. And then it gives me a huge section of to do. So I printed it front and back. And this is not on cardstock, but it is on thicker weight paper. Then on the back of it, I always put a month at a glance, because I keep track. Like, I already know for my school, there are things that will come up every month. There are things that they'll tell us ahead of time for the following month, or I just kind of want to know what's going on. And so I will print this and make a copy of this for my staff. And then each week I do a week at a glance, because say, for example, I'm like, this day I have an IEP meeting, this day I have a professional development, this day somebody's out, this day a kid's leaving early, and then, this day I have 3 meetings that I'm getting pulled for. I don't want them to surprise anybody, so I try to give like a week at a glance. And then I will always put notes on this side, like, I swear to God, these trucks. And so like, I'll put notes here like, different events we're gonna have, or like, remember to bring this and this in, or like, these are the main, like, not units, because I don't really do units, but like the themes we're talking about, kind of. So it leaves me notes that I can tell them. So I give them this and I give them this, honestly, so that they can keep planning. And then it gets into my week view, which obviously, if you guys are going to use like an Erin Condren or, whatever the thing is, this like totally makes sense to you. But I've talked about this in so many videos. Like, go back and look at all the videos that I've talked about this in. I use my scope and sequence. I already have them all set up for the year. And I do this page type of planning for whole group only. Only whole group. So I have a read aloud that we do every day, whole group. So I can actually write this in, because these are for me. And I do give them to my staff, because say I'm out or something happens and I'm sick that day, I want them to know that we're still doing the read aloud and this is what it was supposed to be that day. So we have a read aloud, a social skills group time that is whole group that I plan out the whole week. A social studies we're doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then science we're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I plan those. And then a life skills lesson every day that we're planning, especially now that we're doing socially distanced stuff. I won't be able to like send my class to another person to do it. Like, I really have to take responsibility of all of it myself. And then we're going to do a phonics as a whole group, just some additional reinforcement phonics time, and then a writing time, which a lot of them are not yet able to write, but there's still OT stuff we can do. So all of this is whole group. And every week I will put this in, because I will leave this like flat on my table as I'm going to teach. So that's really helpful. Now we're going to get into the goodies. This is where I live. So And this is also a lesson planning page that you can get in my store, but obviously you don't have to buy it. Take a screenshot and remake it yourself, please, because I don't want you to spend more money than you need to spend. Screenshot and whatever. I have a page like this for every day. So for a Monday, this will be my spot. This will be my para 1 and my para 2. And this is all of the small group instruction. So during reading, math, writing, and some of the other like skills, we'll usually do 2 rotations per time. So I would put my reading rotation 1 here, and my reading rotation 2, math 1, math 2, and then the whatever other things we're doing in groups. So for example, I will have my reading 1, and this will have the kids, and they're grouped together because they have similar IEP goals or they're working on similar things. And so I will write everything in right here. And then my para is going to have a group, and then maybe this person's on a break during this time. So it's really only the 2 of us doing groups, or maybe she's at an independent station, and kind of supporting kids during this time. So I have everything here, and it goes by day. So every part of the day is written out, planned out, so that we always know. And honestly, my staff is really good that I don't need to write a detailed thing in here. I just need to say, you know, Sally and John are with you. You're working on counting to 10, and they already know that they're going to gather their materials and have that group. I usually do my groups for like 15 to 20 minutes. So then I have my Monday, Tuesday, and honestly, I can like copy and paste them because sometimes we're doing the same thing on a Monday as on a Wednesday, and stuff like that. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then, like I've said many times, by like Wednesday of the previous week, I'm planning, and I already have it all set for Friday so that the next week is good to go. And I like to have that info for them. So I have a couple weeks worth, and then I have all the rest of the months. And then at the back, I have note pages. So that's kind of where I've gotten to. There's still probably more I could add, but when it comes to like kid information, personal information, I'm not gonna use that in my planner. I'm not gonna keep that in here. This is truly for me and for academic. So that was a lot, but I want to add a couple of things. Like I said, all the personal information for kids and different things stays in the office anyway. So like, why would I even add that on here? I don't have subs. That's not going to happen. If I have a sub, they're just going to be supplementary, and my staff will take over. And there's just no need for me to have the birthdays or whatever. My caseload this year, I'm only having, I think, maximum 6 or 7 kids, which is a lot of needs still. There's a lot of stuff individual needs, but that allows me some room to plan extra. And I don't need to keep all the like tiny little things in my planner, you know. We're still doing small groups, like I said, but I use my slideshow, which I've talked about in many videos. So this is kind of what I've been working on for the past few days. And I'm really excited about it. And I think it's gonna be really, really good. All right, so that was the end of the video. Like I said, it started quickly and it ended abruptly, but I hope that there was something in this video that was really helpful for you. Maybe seeing how a special ed teacher is really, really thinking deeply about the whole group and the small group. If I were to give you any advice for going forward, it would be to take some time to think about this. Think about what subjects you want as a whole group, what subjects you want as a small group. Think about within those small groups, okay, how am I going to get my staff? I need to organize my staff so that they can run a group while I'm doing another group. These are all the thoughts we have to be thinking about. And to be honest, it's applicable whether we're online or we're in person. We still need to be thinking about the individualized and piece by piece things that all the kids will need. That's the whole point of special ed, is to individualize. And so take some time, take a look at some of those things. Honestly, I'm telling you right now, screenshot what I did, screenshot other ones you find, and recreate them for free. I really don't care about you purchasing anything, and I know a lot of sellers really just honestly, they want you to succeed and they want you to get the resources that you need. And if that means recreating it for free, then go for it, honestly, and take that opportunity, test it out, and see what you like about it, and see maybe what you'd want to add to make it work for your style. All right, you guys are amazing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!